Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So I actually need to get the oil changed on the truck. I'm at my 3,000 interval. So we're gonna get that done. Truck is absolutely filthy. We obviously have had snow in the last few weeks. Absolutely disgusting. Can't stand it. But that is the reason why I have this truck. This is my daily driver. The F80 M3 stays nice and clean under the car cover during these few months. But what I also want to do in this video is actually I want to take this out because I want to see the car with the new BBS RIAs outside. I haven't been able to see that yet. We have done all the work in the garage. It's been too cold, the roads were terrible, but I want to at least get the car out, at least in the driveway, check it out, kind of walk around a little bit, see the car in some sunlight, although it's cloudy today. And I also have to replace something as well. When I was installing the millway camber plates, the little caps that cover the 16 millimeters in the back by the cowl, one of them I lost. It actually fell down into the abyss, so I ended up ordering a new one. I actually ended up getting two new ones over here so I can replace them. So I'm gonna be doing that. Gonna pull the car out, let it warm up a little bit. It's been a little while, and then we can kind of do a little bit of a walk around. But first, let me go ahead, let's get the oil changed in the truck. Now, I know there's a lot of truck people and they enjoy the truck videos, but I figured I would go over everything that you need in order to get this done. Done a few videos on this, but it's always fun getting some maintenance done. But oil I use is the Motorcraft Synthetic 5W30. You need 6 quarts of it. So I got a 5 quart and a 1 quart right here. In terms of tools, you need a 15 millimeter for the oil drain bolt. You need an 8 millimeter for the skid pad, the little plate that goes over the transmission to get that off. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8 millimeters. And I also have a oil filter wrench, strap wrench that I use to remove the oil filter. Since it's in a weird location, this always helps. Filter that you need is the FL500S. I use the same one every single time. And you also need an oil filter. So this is everything you need to get this knocked out. First thing we're gonna do is go ahead, get under the truck, get the little plate removed with the 8 millimeters, start draining the oil. Oh, so dirty under here. Oh no, it's only 4 8 millimeters. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Put that aside. So the one thing I love about working on this truck is not getting dirty. I hate that part, but you do not need to jack the truck up to get to anything. You just crawl right under, which is really nice. All right, so I removed the, I'll take my glove off in case it gets oily, but I removed the oil cap as well as loosen the dipstick so it flows easy. The truck is pretty warmed up. I didn't let it warm up totally, but enough to have the oil a little warmed up. So I'm just taking out the 15 millimeter oil drain plug, apply pressure, and then pull it out. Perfect. Didn't get a drop of oil on me, which typically doesn't happen. And I always put cardboard underneath just in case to keep it nice and clean. I'm usually pretty clean with this, but just in case. So I'm gonna let that drain for the next 10-15 minutes or so. And then when once this is finished, we can go over to the oil filter up front, get that done. And then we should be pretty good. So very, very easy oil change. Highly recommend doing it yourself. Save yourself a bunch of money. So another thing I have to empty while it's draining is the JLT 3.0 catch can. I installed this basically when I first got the truck, and it's pretty amazing. So if you have a 3.5 EcoBoost, highly recommend installing this. So what this does is just catches all the kind of blow by, the milky grossness. I'll show you what it looks like, but I usually empty this every like 1,500 miles or so, and it's like a quarter full, if that. So let's take a look. Usually it looks like coffee. Ugh. Now think of this. This would be going into places it shouldn't, like your turbo and your intake and all that stuff. You do not want that in there. So that's what the purpose of this is. It gets rid of all the blow-by and all the grossness. So yuck. I'm going to go ahead and empty that out, clean it out, put it back in, and the oil pan should be done. All right, so all cleaned out, looking good. Now I'm simply just going to screw it right back on, and then I will check this in 1,500 miles. And like I said, usually it's like up to here at most. I don't think I checked it at the 1,500 mark on this oil change, so that's why it was a little bit more full, but it's a nice thing to have. It wasn't that expensive. It was like 150 bucks or so, if that. There we go, all set. All right, so it is dripping just enough to be able to put the plug back in. I ended up cleaning up the drain plug, which I normally do, just wiped it off. It already has a gasket on there, so you don't need to replace it, which is really nice. I end up replacing these every, I don't know, 4 or 5 oil changes. They're relatively cheap, but this one seems to be in good shape. I replaced it not too long ago, so it's always good to have those on hand, just in case you strip it. But we got the drips, so now we can wipe it down, put the plug back in, tighten that down. There's no torque spec, just snug with the 15 millimeter. Then we can move on to the oil filter. All right, so now it's my least favorite part of the whole oil change, and that is the filter, just because of the location. This is the front of the frame, and that's the front of the motor. So we're laying under the front of the truck, and the filter's right there. It's in such an awkward position, because when you release that and open that, the oil just kind of goes everywhere. There's a little drip tray right here, but it doesn't come out of here. It comes out of like a back tray back there. So I always position the oil pan kind of back a little bit further, right there, as you can see. And it kind of drips, I believe, from the second spout right here. So I have them underneath all of them, but just a heads up. Not the funnest thing, but it's just awkward to get in there. So I got my filter wrench in there, strap wrench, kind of get around it. I like to kind of go from the top and pull down. It's a little bit easier. So I got to make that a little bit bigger. All right, starting to move. All right. I don't know if you can see really, but I got it going. This wrench is helping me out so many times in the past, so I highly recommend picking one up. All right, so now I got it loose enough. I can do this by hand. And it should leak out the back, hopefully. Yep, there we go. I don't know if you can see, but just keep twisting until it comes out, and then you got to angle it up so it doesn't get everywhere. Such a dumb design, but hey. All right, I got to tip it back, dump it in. Only got a little oil in my hand. It's probably the cleanest oil change I've done in a while. Got some drip in here from the filter. I'm going to let that drain out, and then we can start filling up. All right, so while the filter is draining, I like to get the filter ready. Now, I always say you don't have to do this, but I feel better about myself when I do it. So I take the new filter out, FL500S, and I'll take the small quart and kind of pre-fill it in a way. You don't have to do this, as I mentioned, but I think it's wise just because it doesn't starve the whole system of oil. So you don't have to put too much in there, just a little bit. And then you take your finger and put it around the gasket a little bit so it gets a nice tight seal. So there we go, filter's ready. I'm going to continue to let that to drain, and then we can throw that on. All right, so it stopped draining. Got a little bit of excess right there, so I just wipe up the rest. And then I take my filter angle it up, and screw it on. Now again, this is only hand tight. We're not taking a wrench or anything, just nice and snug. So there we go. That's about it. Let me get a paper towel, clean up a little excess here. Any drips. We're good. So now we can go up top, fill it up with oil. We should be done. All right, so we finished everything down underneath, got all the bolts tight. Now I got my funnel in here. Now I start with the 1 quart, because if there is any leaks, it's only a quart and not 5 quarts. So we're gonna go ahead and dump that in. So synthetic 5W30, I know people use others, but this is what I've been using under my ownership and the previous ownership. I knew the previous owner, so it's doing okay. Now we're gonna take our big 5 quart, and this is always a little nerve-wracking because it's so far away from the funnel, but we got, whoa. I would turn it, but it's kind of awkward. There we go. All right. Done. I can take the funnel out, put the cap back on, make sure the dipstick is in. We're good. All right, guys, all cleaned up. Truck is filled up. We got the oil pan, everything cleaned up. Now what I like to do is reset the oil service light, or whatever you want to call it, on the dash. So if we come in here and we start the truck, well, we don't have to start it yet. All right, so I go over to trip 2. That's how I know how much is on this oil change. So right now it's 3,137, a little over, but not a big deal. So what I'm gonna do is hold OK. It's gonna reset. So now I'm back to 0. So also I'm gonna go over to the next one, which is truck info. And then I'm gonna go down to engine information. And then I'm gonna reset this. This is my percentage oil life. So I hold this to reset, and it goes to 100%. So now we are good. So I'll go back over to my digital speedometer, start it up, let it warm up a little bit, and then we can move on to that. All right, so now I guess what you've been waiting for, the F80. So I'm gonna pop the cover off real quick, get those little caps on. Oh, stuck on the mirror. And we can pull the car out and check everything out, because I have not seen the car outside yet with the new wheels, and I'm kind of dying to see it. Let's unlock it. Throw this in here for now. All right, so if we look underneath, you can see I'm missing one. I dropped it into the abyss. I still have one on there, but I got it from ECS Tuning. Pretty simple install. I don't think I need to explain it, but I figured I would show it because I obviously dropped one and I want to replace it. I'm going to probably replace the other one as well because these look much cleaner and newer. Like that. I'm gonna take this one out too. This one's, all right, here we go. Get under there. Pick that up. Make sure that one's in. We got the other one. So now it's gonna look nice and pretty and new. There we go. Small things, huh? All right, so this thing hasn't been started in like almost 6 weeks. So it's been a little while. So we should have a nice cold start, but I have the mic on me, so you're not gonna hear the full effect, I guess. But All right. Oh, I'll leave the door open so maybe you can hear it a little bit better. Oh man, I forgot how loud this thing is. It looks so good. Yeah, it's quieted down a little bit. It's still crazy. Look at that. Oh my God, the fitment. It's so good. I love how much the tire pops out. My gosh, look how good that looks. The fitment is insane. So perfect. That 10mm spacer up front with that camber, so good. Just a little picture of the rear fitment. Oh, this is so good. Best fitment I've for sure ever had. I can't wait to get this thing aligned and looking proper and driving right, but looking pretty good to me right now. Forgot I was missing the gas cap. I have that sent over at Auto Couture for the GTS hood, but whew, got for you guys so you can see the actual height after it rolled off the from the jacks and everything, but whew, this is looking nuts. All right, guys, so that is gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put this car back in the garage, cover it back up. Hopefully I'll get some time to drive it, but I just wanted to at least take it out, show you guys the fitment. As you can see, the roads are still all gross. You can see all the salt and brine and stuff. So I don't want to take this car out and get covered like the truck. So that is gonna do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Fun little weekend project just to get this done, get the oil changed, and check out the F80. But if you guys have any questions at all, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple. I'll catch you guys in the next one.